my father's side, I was the first one to graduate high school, let alone go to college. My name is Justin Garcia. Here at Millersville, I am an associate professor of anthropology. I was the first one in my family to go to college. I had no plans on going. I just wanted to graduate high school and I wanted to buy a car. And it wasn't that I was against college. I had just never really considered that as something that was viable. The decision to go to college, actually, it was my father who played a big role in this. One day, what he did, I remember I came home from school. There's my father sitting there, and there's another young man. This man was a student. He was studying to be a secondary education teacher. He was someone that came from the same walk of life that I did. And he talked to me about what college would be like and how he felt that that would be a good move for me. Because I was first generation, I didn't have anyone in my family that could kind of give me some insight and maybe help me learn the ropes of what it's like being a college student. And so everything was just totally different. Worrying that was this right for me? Do I really fit in here? Looking back at this now, I think it was fear that I was going to be rejected by the other students. For some reason, they wouldn't want to be friends with me. They wouldn't be open, that they would already have friend circles that were established on campus, when really I wasn't the only one that was kind of wrestling with these type of feelings. And that was probably the biggest lesson that I learned, is that yes, sometimes you have to step outside of your comfort zone. And once I did that, I was fine. I overcame. And then it was the opposite. I more so wanted to be on campus with my friends over the weekend than going back home. And all it took was just that first step of putting yourself out there to get to know other people. My advice to first generation students would be, it's okay to be nervous, and it's okay to be scared, and it's okay to be homesick. These are very real feelings that many people go through. Don't bottle these feelings up and suffer in silence or suffer alone. You have a support network here on campus, and that support network is everything from your peers. Get to know them, because chances are that they're going through very similar things as well. Your professors, get to know who they are as people. They were college students once as well. If I had to credit a few of them, I would say Dr. Bill Donner in the anthropology program at Millersville, and also Dr. Carol Cunahan actually worked with me to help turn one of the papers that I wrote for one of her classes into a presentation at the American Anthropological Association's 2000 convention in San Francisco, California. Very few undergraduates ever present. And that I credit with being a really great life experience. Both of them saw a lot of potential in me. They both pushed me to apply for graduate school. And this is ironic because originally, I did not have plans to even attend college. And now I'm thinking about and planning on going to graduate school. Being a first generation student myself does impact the way that I operate my classroom and interact with students. One of the things that I am always mindful of, a lot of students, they come from economically challenging backgrounds. And they also come from families where their parents or their siblings aren't familiar with what the college experience is like. I know what the price of textbooks can be. I was there. I had to work in order to support myself to buy my materials for class. So I try to use open access materials or use materials that I've written myself, and to make it a little bit easier for them so that maybe they don't have to spend as many hours working at their job. Maybe they can use some of that time to devote more to their studies. I try to be down to earth. I try to relate to them as everyday people. That to me is one of my most steadfast principles as a faculty member. Try to find community on campus, particularly with other students. Also, time management. And then I would say third, get to know your professors and get to know the staff at Millersville as well.